It was the year 1942. World War II laid a temporary ban on the import of paints in India. At that time, only a few foreign paint companies are established in Indian market. Shalimar paints were available at that time, and there is also Quit India movement was going on. Yes, you heard right. During such intense times, it was extremely challenging to launch a new paint company and compete with prevailing players. Yet a 26 years old visionary entrepreneur, Champaklal Chokshi, saw this as an opportunity to make an entry in the market along with three of his friends, Chimanlal Chokshi, Suryakant Dani, and Arvind Vakil. All of them were initially worked in a small garage at Bombay and finally launched Asian Paints in 1942. By 1952, Asian Paints had already made an annual turnover of 23 crores, and by 1967 they became India's leading paint manufacturing company. They hold this position till now. Asian Paints has become a brand that has connected to all Indians, established as India's first largest and Asia's third largest company in the paints industry. The journey of starting from a small garage to launching their own paint company wasn't easy. There were a lot of hidden struggles they seen. At first, they are not able to make sales in cities. So they started to understand the demand of paints in different regions and different festivals, and then they start to make availability of paints according to the region and according to the need of the region. Back that time, as a new in a market, Asian Paints could not convince the big distributors of Bombay and couldn't able to manage themselves profitable in cities. Then they saw opportunity in villages for them. Therefore, instead of focusing in volumes in big cities like Bombay, Asian Paints chose to serve a neglected market, which was the Indian rural areas. They opened their first direct dealer at Sangli and Satara in Maharashtra. They started establishing their stores and outlets in villages, and the villagers are very happy because it's first time that any company store was set up in village. Slowly, Asian Paints started to establish their product in various regions. After Asian Paints seemed to be winning in the market in rural area when they started to grow themselves, and their demand also arises in cities also. Distributors in cities started demanding for Asian Paints. Asian Paints started supporting them openly and started their distribution in national level and established their supply chain and management. Back that time, painting was done using sulfur lime, that is chuna in Hindi, and that chuna was difficult to use and get stick in hands and clothes of the residents whoever live in that house, and there were also many problems with it. Here Asian Paints entered with a great innovation and made replacement of chuna. That's washable distemper. Washable distemper is easy to use and it never sticks in hands or clothes, and it is easy to clean. Asian Paints targeted the right section of people with right product and right strategy, because of which today it has market cap of 254 crore approx. That's how Asian Paint became market leader and number one paint brand in 1967. Currently, the market size of Asian Paint is close to 35% more than competitors Asgop Nobel, Berger Paints, Kansai Nerolac, and Shalimar Paints. Asian Paints has been only company to deliver a CAGR of plus 20% for 6 decades in the entire world. This has all been achieved due to the company's unstoppable focus on creating a strong brand, marketing, technology-driven and highly efficient supply chain. Asian Paint has successfully differentiated its products over 75 years in India. It created a remarkable position in paint industry, just as brand Colgate created in the toothpaste industry in India. Successful advertising remains the crux of the company's marketing strategy. Back in 1954, when the company introduced its mascot Kattu, the mischievous kid holding a paintbrush in his hands, Naya Ghar Naya Gadi advertisement, Utsav advertisement. There are many more ads, and many times they targeted middle class families. To further attract sales, they used taglines like "Don't use temper, use tractor distemper" and "Har Ghar Kuch Kehta Hai." It appealed to middle class Indian customers. The new learning, technology, strategies, marketing campaigns, and new markets, Asian Paints keep doubling its revenue every year. A small company that began in a garage is today Asia's third largest paint company, and that failed many other successful paint firms. Later, the turning point for the company was in the 1970s, when it spent Rs 8 crore to purchase a mainframe computer, the first private company in India to ever buy a computer which was used to demand forecasting, with the help of data analytics and improving service levels across the supply chain in comparison to other few companies which later used to computers for only payroll and administration work. The company then scaled up its operation and focused on improving factories and machines, expansion of capabilities and investment in IT. In today's time, Asian Paints has now expanded its presence in bath fittings, kitchen and services like waterproofing solution, color consultancy, paint services and interior design. As of today, Asian Paints Group operates in 15 countries across the world. It is fundamentally operating across 4 regions, namely Asia, Middle East, South Pacific and Asia through the 8 corporate brands. The company's 8 manufacturing plants across different locations countrywide with a combined capacity of 1.73 million KL per annum of decorative paint products. Feature state-of-the-art technology, its journey is identified by a steady growth, which is furthered by the perception shift as a premium brand driving innovation. As of today, Asian Paint has 26 manufacturing plants across the globe and servicing customers in over 65 countries. Over 7,000 employees work with Asian Paints. It currently operates in 15 countries including the USA, Australia, Sri Lanka and many more. It is servicing 150,000 plus retailers in India. It is established as the 9th largest paint company in the world and has been the market leader in India for past 50 years. With growing demand, the company has kept launching new products, attracting existing as well as new customers with the help of effective advertisements. Technology, innovation and strong management, all these factors together created a success story for Asian Paints. All in all, it is amazing to think that a small company that began in garage would become India's largest paint company, maintaining its number one position in the market for more than 50 years and creating a paradigm of wealth and creation.